Hey guys, welcome out to the range. Today I wanted to cover the command recover to the holster. What that means is put your gun away. The crucial part of the type of training that I do, a great deal of what I cover comes from two very key places, Tactical Defense Institute and Handgun Combatives. Those are the two places. Tactical Defense Institute is where I began. That was my first foray into the world of professional training. And Handgun Combatives is what I consider to be the training school where I really put the edge on my skills. And I give those, I have no problem sharing that information. Whoa, those little sweat bees are bold. I have no problem sharing that information with people because I don't act like I invented tinfoil. There are instructors out here who act like they invented tinfoil, and I've had to block them from this channel because they're a problem. Recover to the holster is a command that I learned from Dave Spaulding from Handgun Combatives, and all that means is put your gun up. The drills that we do near the end of class are going to be drills like this, and the reason that I like the reactive steel is that I will give you the command, address the threats. And sometimes I will make it harder. I will actually have multiple targets out here. And I will have a cluster of targets and a cluster of targets. So imagine that one and that one had several targets near, around, behind, and front. And they will have numbers spray painted on them. Because I only work with black and white paint anymore. It's just too much hassle to have all the colors. So now I just work with black and white paint. And I put multiple numbers or letters on the targets. And I will say to you, 2. And you have to find whichever one out of those clusters is number 2. And you have to shoot it. And as soon as you shoot it, there is a gap of time where, because I've trained this, okay? Understand, this is not going to be an assumption. I will train you on this. There is a gap of time where if you're hearing nothing else from me, then that means you need to do your follow-through check 360. So you shoot the threat, boom, boom, and then you fall that threat to the ground, and then you draw the gun up tight and you look for other threats. When I see you properly doing check 360, you know that from this point, it's going to be put down the threat and or threats, then recover to the holster. So you're going to fire, track the target to the ground, check 360, and if nothing else, then you put the gun up and you move away from the area where you were. And if you've done active killer training, you know that you're told go find a position that offers some semblance of at least cover. I'm sorry, at least concealment, but preferably cover, where you can still keep an eye on the bad guy or bad guys that you've dropped. So if they were to get up, you can at least deal with the problem. But when the good guys show up, you don't accidentally get plugged because you're the guy holding a gun in your hand. But in that moment in time, when you shoot, lower the weapon, and begin doing check 360, if I then call out another number, maybe the cluster over here, you then have to rotate your position and find that next shot. Take that next shot and do it all over again. Track, check 360, and I do mean check 360, and then put it away, look where you're going. This is key, guys. Look where you're going. You'll see me doing this in the video. Some of you think I'm looking my gun in the hole. Dude, I'm looking here. When you're tall like I am, and also I think the reason I do that is because I used to be a stay-at-home dad when my children were very young. And I literally needed to make sure I was not going to step on a baby. So it's still ingrained in me, but I tend to look where I'm going. Remember, in an environment where a lot of people are, where there's mayhem, okay? South Africa. Look at the videos of what's going on in South Africa and you're going to see what I'm talking about. There's a bunch of crap all over the ground. You have to look where you're going. You might step on a board with a nail. You might step on glass. You might step on spilled vegetable oil if this happens in a grocery store. How dumb would it be to actually survive the gunfight and topple over because you stepped on vegetable oil and you toppled into the racks and you cracked your arm? And now you're combat ineffective. Now you better know what you're doing one-handed with injure shooter skills. I try to give the least amount of commands necessary to get you through the drill. So when I say engage and recover to the holster, that's what it's about. There's more to just recovering to the holster than just putting the gun. It's a series of steps that have to be followed. If you're training with people that are good at their craft, Tactical Defense Institute, handgun combatives, although Dave Spalding's pretty much done. I think his last set of classes are in 2022, and then that's going to be it. But Valor Ridge, you want really solid training? Go to those places. Also come to me at tier1citizen.com. We are getting so deep into this now that more and more people are waking up to the fact that the enemy is within our borders. The days of saying, we're on the verge, guys, we're already past the verge. Verge already happened. That's long gone. That was 2020. That was November 3rd, 2020. We got taken that day. And if you think I'm lying, you want proof? frankspeech.com, and I think I'll stop the video right there. Do your due diligence. Go watch frankspeech.com and or Lindell TV. Start looking for the truth, because they've been offering it to you for months, but a lot of you have gone to sleep. I know that's because a lot of you make comments on these videos, and I'm like, seriously? What have you been looking at? Fox? Fox and Newsmax are also corrupted. Stop looking at them. They're also giving you, they're opposition control, by the way, guys. There's the Communist News Network, and then there's Fox and Newsmax for those who still think that they're fighting the good fight. Guys, Fox and Newsmax is opposition control. Stop watching them. You want real news? Lindell TV, frankspeech.com, OANN. And I think that's it. Oh, and the Epoch Times, but that's actually more of a print form. Which, by the way, the print form of news is far more detailed than what you're going to get in a video format, so consider that. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. You better get those guns out and practice. Have a good one.